One question for you this morning. How much do you love your dad? Father's Day is coming up, so Don Rain says if you want to prove that you love him, come here to Don's Meat Shop and cook him the meal of his dreams for Father's Day. Great to see you.
Great to see you, Julie.
I asked you what is kind of the popular choice on Father's Day, and I couldn't even get the sentence out before you answered. Steak.
Tomahawks, yeah, steaks.
You have steaks, and more steaks, but let's talk about the tomahawk.
Absolutely.
What makes it so unique?
Well, tomahawk's all about presentation. It's got that long bone extension. It has the wow factor.
Is it meant to be shared, or does Dad get the whole thing?
Well, really, it should be shared. That's a lot of meat for one person. I know some people that do it, though.
Yeah.
They might hurt a little bit afterwards, but really, it should be shared.
When I think about the steaks that you have here, Don, I think about your fillets. Your filet mignons to me are so good. The last time we were here, you were talking about how y'all cut the meat because you do all the trimming here on site.
We do.
So if you're wanting a New York strip or a ribeye or whatever it might be,
right,
you know how to cut that section of meat to optimum taste.
Absolutely, with as little waste as possible.
So what if you don't really know what your dad's favorite is? If they come to you and talk about things, can you kind of guide people on what to do?
Well, absolutely. We'll ask them questions. We'll try to get to the preference. You know, do they like the flavor of fat? Do they not? You know, do they want it more tender? So we'll ask questions, and then we'll try to come up with a reasonable solution for them.
You also gave us an insight last time you were here. I found out something I had not known before about you, and that's what your favorite seasoning is. And I think you said it's some kind of like a garlic pepper rub. Is that right?
It's called char crust.
Char crust.
Puts a little crust on it. It's kind of like blackening. It's very good.
So people can get that too, and that way if they're making the meal for Dad on their own grill, they can season it to perfection.
Absolutely.
Does it ever hurt your heart when people come and they say, I want this delicious cut of meat, and my dad or I like it well done?
It does, but I don't food shame. People like what they like. We want them to enjoy it.
But what are they missing? If you overcook it, what are you missing?
You're missing the flavor. You know, you are. You're gonna miss out on a little bit of flavor.
So should you have a meat thermometer to make sure that you can have it as good as it gets?
Absolutely, and I have those also. I've got really inexpensive ones that are really good to take quick temperatures, you know, where you can hit it just right. And we'll explain to them that it'll rest. So you want to pull it off at least 5 degrees early.
If you are not going to do steaks for your dad, maybe you're going to do a bigger meal, perhaps, and you just can't have everybody at the grill for the whole day.
Right.
You have that Thor's hammer. How many people will that feed?
Oh, probably at least 6. You know, Thor's hammer is a roast, and it's a slow cook situation, something you throw on the smoker all day, and you break down those connective tissues, you turn it to jelly, and the meat is so flavorful and rich. You know, it's the ossobuco of beef. And, you know, so it's becoming a little more popular. People like it.
Over my shoulder here in one of your freezers, I think is it Wagyu meat, that beef that you have?
Absolutely.
That's hugely popular.
I have Wagyu briskets, so the guys who really want to smoke a special brisket do it. I also have Wagyu strip steaks, you know, so I have a few Wagyu steaks, and I also have Wagyu hamburger patties if you need to hit a little lower price point.
You know, you've been here for years, you're born and raised here, it's a family store for generations, and yet you watch the face of Chattanooga has changed, especially the last several years. We're a more international city, coastal coming here. So you have altered your inventory for your customers' demands to a degree, right? You try to provide people what they want.
Sure, absolutely. Like, you know, we've had a huge influx of customers from California, so they want tri-tip. Well, I was already stocking tri-tip, so they found me pretty quick. Other customers from the East Coast, Roulotte and Brojol, which is thin sliced beef, they turn in a special order, I'll slice it for them. So yeah, so we will do what they want for different ethnic backgrounds and different regions of the country.
Did you say that you can make a special order for people? Is that what you just said?
Sure.
Really? So if their mother's coming into town and her favorite thing is something, they could come to you and say, any chance I could order it, and you'll try?
Yeah, if I can do it, I'll do it.
And then will you cut it to their specifications, or do you typically know how to do that anyway?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
You know, most of the time we know how to do it, but we'll definitely ask questions to make sure that they're happy. It's all about knowing what they want.
You also do gift cards here, right? So if you want to just give your dad the gift that keeps on giving, they can do that?
Absolutely.
And I love the sign that you have that says, your husband called. He said to buy anything you want.
Yep,
Your mom loved that one.
she did.
So you can come and shop for Dad here at Don's Meat Shop. They have been covering the area for generations, actually. Everyone knows the quality and the personal touch you get when you shop here. And if your dad has a dog that holds his heart,
Yep.
you have these dog treats too, right?
Oh, absolutely. I have the stick. It's basically rawhide, but it's brittle. It'll break. You can give it to them. I have bones, which is actually good for them. Mm-hmm. And I have other stuff if you're a little bit more energetic and you want to make food. I have some organ meats that you can use.
Well, I hope you have a great Father's Day too.
Well, thank you, Julie.
Thanks for letting us come out your way. Don's Meat Shop, the information there on your screen. Treat your dad right by coming here.